Welcome back for another Tailgate Tuesday. Thanks to our friends at Competitive Cyclist for making this series possible. Be sure to use code LOAMWOLF15 at checkout for 15% off any applicable items at competitivecyclist.com. If you haven't been paying attention to the series, you're missing out. We are reviewing a bunch of tailgate pads, and in the end, we're gonna be giving them all away, well, almost all of them, as many as we can, but only to subscribers of our text group. Down below in the description will be a phone number, and text that number saying keep me updated to join that group, and we'll be getting these pads out to some lucky winners. So Sean, what do we got here? The Yakima Gatekeeper?
That is correct. That's what we got.
All right, well, let's dive in and see what this thing's all about.
So we've got the Yakima Gatekeeper here. It comes in at $199. Is available in two sizes, a medium for mid-size vehicles and the large for full size. The large version here comes in at 62 inches wide, which is wider than my tailgate, actually.
Fits mine perfect, I noticed. Maybe Fords are bigger and better, I don't know.
The Gatekeeper is capable of carrying 6 bikes, and it is covered in a vinyl coated nylon, which is, again, one of the more unique coverings.
It looks tough.
It certainly does. I mean, we've had it on for a couple weeks now. I mean, it's starting to show a little bit of scratching, but
that's just the color on top.
Yeah, that's just some dye chippage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tough on the outside and then nice and soft on the inside.
We like soft.
Yep, with the fleece liner.
But down below here, we're missing.
Yeah, it's only got 3 straps, although they are a little bit larger than some of the other straps you'll find on others.
And it seems to be like it's keeping it down. I know on some other pads with just 3 points of contact, there's a lot of bubbleage between those.
I mean, a lot of the times though, when you get bubbleage, it's more of how you set the straps up. Like there's a specific way you have to do it. Essentially, you start from the middle, tighten the middle down, and then just push and pull out and yank.
And thickness here, that plays a part of it too, the thicker material.
It does. I mean, it's definitely a little thicker than most, but it's probably still
good size front pad.
Normal with like 3/8 inch thick probably.
Does that wrap same thickness or?
So, I mean, the thickness down here is the same thickness that you'll find up here and on the back of the pad.
Padded on the inside.
It is padded on the inside. I mean, the way this pad is set up though, it almost doesn't need padding except for up here where it contacts the stanchion. Other than that, like they wouldn't need to do it.
So speaking of contact, the fork has some padding to rest on.
It does, it does.
And the down tube there?
The down tube, so Yakima designed what they're calling a SitTight Cradle system.
Okay.
So it provides all the padding that you're gonna need for the bike, or the down tube I should say. And then it's got a
padded strap as well.
It does. It has a padded strap with a nice soft fabric. And it uses a G-hook instead of Velcro, which is ultra nice.
Yeah.
Definitely, it allows you to get a lot more leverage when you're securing bikes too. And the straps are long enough to work with most e-bikes. So they'll work on pretty much everything except for the ultra wide square down tube e-bikes.
And that pad, kind of the shape of it reminds me of what we've been talking about a lot with these review videos, is that down tube pad to kind of be at an angle a little bit, and how it sits there on the edge of the tailgate kind of looks like it has a little bit of an angle to kind of caress and support the down tube better.
In a way, I mean, it's not deep enough to really make a difference, especially when you got like bikes with such wide down tubes now. It would definitely make a difference with like an Epic Evo or just something that has a more tubular shaped down tube versus oval or square.
Okay. But that overall shape does cup and help hold non-e-bikes much better.
It conforms a lot to the shape of the bike, and then you snug it down enough.
Cool.
It's pretty sweet design.
This flap up front looks awful large compared to some of the other ones.
It is quite large, as you can kind of see. Bike's blocking it a little bit, but there's also no way to secure the flap up for continued backup camera use. You essentially roll it, use the camera, and then you just have to unroll it and slap the flap back into the buttons.
Yeah, so if you tried to fold it over, it's just gonna, wind catches it or something, it's gonna flip back.
Yep.
Okay.
And smack the tailgate, or you just, like, you can roll it on itself like this. Like, just keep rolling it and rolling it up.
Yeah.
And it might stay for a little bit, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So overall, bike fitment, bike placement, it has 6 different points of contact.
It does.
So it can fit up to 6 bikes.
Yep.
It holds them well, it's padded. Do we fit 6 on this one?
We did. It actually fit 6 the best, I think.
It was a success across the board.
It was. They did
contact all the way through.
I mean, with such a wide pad, you're able to space the SitTight cradles out enough to where the bikes have adequate spacing, so that way they're not just continuously riding up higher and higher and higher.
And we did this with mixed bikes, you know, Amish bikes, e-bikes, and different geos, and it all worked out the right way.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty solid pad all around.
Awesome. Well, you've had it on for a little bit. We used it in Tennessee for a minute. It's gotten some use, as you could see with the wear. I know I like it, just construction-wise, and it looks good. I like the pads. I like that cinch strap, but what's your experience? You had it on there for a while.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I think Yakima did a great job. The construction's solid. The bikes don't move at all. Like, no matter how fast you take a corner or whatever.
It does keep them upright.
Yeah.
You notice that.
Yeah, just the way the straps are designed, it gives the right amount of pull and keeps them in place. I mean, there's really no negative, I guess. Like, even with 3 straps, it still sits very well. I mean, I wish you would have ordered the black one, because, you know, black is way better than...
Black is king, but a lot of people, you know, we might be giving this one away, so...
Unless you steal it.
Maybe they want a blue one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just overall a very solid pad.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess the one critique I would have is this...
Little overkill?
Way overkill. Like, if it was just...
Not there,
just like a port.
Like the race face?
Like the race face one, or if it had like the backup buddy, like the Census pad, where it just flops over. Like, there's definitely a lot better ways that you could use for the access port. As this pad sits, this would probably be the one that I'd recommend for everyday use.
Okay.
Like everything. Road trips, shuttles.
So that puts it middle of the pack, top end of the pack?
Definitely in the top 3.
Top 3, okay.
I'm not gonna say exactly where, but it's
you gotta
top
wait
3.
to find out on that one. Top 3, it checks off everything on the list. Great coverage on the back. Padded all the way around, although thin, but it's not thin. And it has the pads on top to hold the cradles, to hold the bike itself. And I really do like the padded strap. Is such a nice touch.
It is. It adds that extra layer of protection to the top of the tube, which so many brands try to do or claim.
Yeah.
But I mean, Velcro straps can only be so...
They can only do so much padding.
Yeah.
Well, all in all, the Yakima Gatekeeper is a great pad. The team likes it. We would recommend it. We've used it. It probably won't stick around for us, just because we want to hook people up. And I think, you know, Sean's probably the one that would want it the most, and he said he wants black. So this could be yours. So make sure you signed up to that text group, and you got to enter it in to win. I like it though. You liked it. It's a great pad. I like the width. That's something that stands out to me the most. I don't want to see my tailgate when I have a pad on.
Personal preference.
I drive a Ford, and it's great. We did not try this on a curved tailgate. We did try a few different pads on curved tailgates, but I think this one would actually work decently because of just the overall framing on the top side there. The flap would be in an interesting position, but it would still work. But again, curved tailgate guys, if you're looking for a tailgate pad, just get one that's specific. Well, thanks again to Competitive Cyclists for joining us in this series. And again, be sure to use Loam15 at checkout for 15% off any applicable items on competitivecyclist.com. And as I said, we're reviewing a bunch more pads here. We're giving them away. So join the text group, subscribe down below so you know when these pads are getting reviewed and when those videos come up, and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're looking for. We always like to know, and helps make our testing better. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.